at Triton Nation. Welcome, Triton fans in attendance here for Triton Nation Iowa Central Soccer. They're going to take on NIACC Community College here at the Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. The Iowa Central Tritons are going to come into this one, and they're going to come in hungry. There's a score so far on the season for the Tritons. They are 4-1, and NIACC 1-4. So one of these teams, it's a do-or-die situation. They got to turn it around and keep rolling. Whereas the Tritons, on the other hand, have been cooking as of recent. Otherwise, we're going to get going right away here. Here comes the attack now from NIACC. Starting off the broadcast, you're listening to Hank Ambrose, joined alongside co-commentator, best friend, Link Clay. Link, how you doing today?
Good, Hank. How you doing?
Oh, I'm rolling. I'm having a great time, Link. Excited for Iowa Central Soccer. Tritons are going to get ready to go underway here. Doing a really good job with their ball movement. Going to go back and forth. Ben Richardson checked into the lineup after injury earlier on this season. Here comes attack, Tommy Palaci. He's such a menace whenever he goes against opposing team. He's going to lose it there, and it's going to be a bat out of play. Eddie Callanan getting it done on the other end. Here we go now with Ben Richardson. Richardson, the setup, going to have to be quick. Uh-oh, going to miss a man. He's going to work his way along the other side. It's working, it's working. Here goes number 11 now, Kagiso Madashia. The setup now, going down to Keelan Brown. Brown sending it downtown. Is it going to be enough for NIACC? NIACC still moving it, working its way to the outside, and a steal for the Iowa Central Tritons. Here we go in transition. Masengo, let's see if he can keep it. Going to have to dump it off to Yurga. Yurga now puts on a dance move, sets up Tommy Palaci. Tommy. Let's see what he can do with it. Setting up Yurga to goal. Oh, and a great block that time by the NIACC goalkeeper, Levi Nolan Morgan, the first save on the day. Holy smokes. As we're moving already, Link, the setup now on the other end. Fancy footwork, that time by Kagiso Madisha. Madisha gonna send it all the way down to his right winger. Who is it? It's Cameron James. CJ gonna lose it. Gonna have to set up along the other end. Colby Godbolt. Didn't start this season, but he's starting today after he proved himself weeks 1 through 4. Godbolt in transition. He's on the move. He's got the groove. He's going for goal, and it just goes over the net and out of play. Let's see if they go corner kick or goal. Holy smokes. Godbolt is a flash, is a burst of energy. Moving and grooving. Coach Twait, thank you. He's going to join us for the broadcast right here, right now.
Much.
Providing the water. One of the hottest days in September. We got the boys playing soccer today.
It is a scorcher, Hank.
And a beautiful day.
There goes the kick from the goalie. Over to NIACC again.
Camacho, great setup that time. Trying to set it down. Going to get past Ben Richardson. Richardson going to have to play defense to get it back.
Ooh.
And a great slide tackle that time by Colby Godbolt. Godbolt sends it to the other half of the field. 42 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in half number 1. We've already got a lot of action so far. The Tritons have 2 shots. One of them was on goal. A great save that time by their goalkeeper, Nolan Morgan. We're still rolling with it. Gonna go the other end now. The Tritons trying to move in transition to steal it back. We got some tugging of the jerseys. Aggressive play on both sides, but it appears that we're okay. We're going to keep playing here at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. If you just joined in, you're listening to Hank and Link for the play-by-play and color commentary for your Iowa Central Tritons. Welcome, Triton Nation. Beautiful day out today. Pale blue skies. So we're going to set up for the first corner kick of the day. Taking the corner kick is Kenneth Lopez, sporting the lucky number 7. Let's see if he's got the luck on his side today. Kenneth Lopez gets it up. Oh, and the header. That's a way to use your head. That was number 11, Kagiso Madisha. Sending it all the way down to one of his opposing players. Going to go the other end. Great slide tackle that time. Going to go against the Tritons, and we have a Triton midfielder down. I hope he's okay. I don't have his number, but we'll report it. The ref is going to stop it. They're going to call a hard foul. Uh-oh. I hope he's okay.
Looks like that's number 5, Hank.
Is it Belly Intende?
I believe so. It looks like he's on his feet and moving again, so that's good.
Got up to his own willpower. These Tritons, they're tough. Triton tough. We're going to keep rolling with it right here. 41 minutes, 10 seconds remain in half number 1. Here comes the setup now. Kabasele Masengo. He'll sit on it. He'll wait. Going to play it back. Sometimes you got to play it back to play it forward, Link.
That's right.
Switching the field now, going right to left. The Tritons are working left to right on your television communication device, however you want to say. However you're broadcasting your game at home, more than likely off of a computer, maybe a Roku, however you're getting to YouTube today. The Tritons are working left to right on your home monitor, which is also working north to south as you're calling for directions. Not a lot of breeze today. Like I said, it's a hot one out. 40.5 minutes remain in half number 1. A header.
Off the head of Triton.
Gonna go the other end now. Belintende gets himself back into this match, showing that that injury did not hurt him at all. Playing like he never even got tapped. Here we go now. We're looking at Rodrigo Catala. Catala, he's double teamed. Let's see if he can work around the Tritons. Uh-oh, jamming the man up. The Tritons are working hard for it. Here we go now. The Tritons in transition. This set up to Yurga. Yurga, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Make a move. Make a man miss. Show him your Michael Jackson impersonation. And run to the corner. Here comes the cross. Yurga crossing it over, but it's a slow roller, and they can't get it out of the goalie's box. So it's going to be a big-time hit over to the half center field. The Tritons going to have to play it all the way back. Agustin Menendez. Menendez to work for it. He's going to be a key player today. Defensive captain back there for the defenders. He's going to be moving the ball a lot. He's going to get a lot of action, a lot of steals. We're going to see a lot of interceptions from him today.
We're over to Richardson.
Richardson going to find Yurga, another key player in this Triton offense. Ben Richardson to sit on it. He's going to get it down to Kenneth Lopez, team captain. He'll send it over now to Kashan. Kashan will lose it.
That's going to end back in NIACC territory.
NIACC is moving the ball really well. They got the connections over on the far side of the field. They're working right to left on your home monitor. This setup now. That's Lima Suarez with the big-time boot. Wow.
Land in the arms of our goalie. Back into the game, over to Menendez.
Alejandro Camacho getting the start today at goalie. Gonna cross it over now. Going end to end. 38 minutes, 30 seconds remain in half number 1. Setup going the other way. Yoshiaki Yamashita. He's gonna lose it. Gonna have to play it back. Lots of pressure these Tritons are applying. Agustin Menendez. Yes, sir. Gonna get it back to Camacho. Camacho with the big boot. Send it down, big fella. Ooh, what a placement of the foot that time by Tommy Palachi. Tommy, the setup now to Masengo. Masengo was just in it right back. He's gonna cross it over. The defender using his offensive skill set. Trying to cross it over. The setup now for Tommy.
That one's gonna go over to the baseball diamond. Looks like.
Wow. Way to bruise up the ball there, Tommy. Gonna have a skid mark on the ball right there,
yes,
Link.
Sir. That was a little bit too much mustard, as we like to say.
Yeah.
But it will be back into the goalie, going to be kicking us back into action. Here we go. Over to NIACC.
The setup along the other way now. Cameron James. They're working with it. Here comes that pinball effect now, where it hits about everyone and their grandmother on the field. Uh-oh, and that'll soar far left on the near side. I'd like to thank Javi Sanchez getting the coverage today at camera. So he's going to be rolling with you guys all day. The camera specialist.
Back over to
and we're probably going to hear him in the halftime report too. Here we go now. The setup along the other way. Kashan now to set up to Yurga. Yurga. Great save that time by Levi. Nolan Morgan, the second save of the day. Here comes a corner kick. The second for the Tritons. It's a corner kick for the Tritons, jammed up in the corner of your screen. We're in a blind spot right here, but we're gonna keep rolling with it.
Let's see what Palachi can do here.
He's a lefty. The hefty lefty. Gonna use his boot. Kicking it up the cross. The header. Big time goal that time off the head of Giovanni Kashan. Cash money Kashan. Way to go. 1-0 as the Tritons strike first early on with 36 minutes and 20 seconds to go in half number 1. Wow.
That's what we like to see. Good teamwork and communication down there by the goal. That's how we get stuff done here and taking care of business.
1-0, the score of your soccer match. I tell you what, Link, start a little late, missed the starting lineups. Now's a perfect time to get to them. Your starting lineups for NIACC. Number 1, Levi Nolan Morgan. 2, Keelan Brown. 3, Rodrigo Catala. 4, Luis Bose. 6, Mahamud Maldonado. 8, Giovanni Lima Soares. 9, Cameron James. 11, Kagesio Madisha. 12, Eddie Kalanan. 14, Nathan Ski. And 19, Yoshiaki Yamashita. And now for the Tritons as they attack in position here. Yurga, let's pause the starting lineups as Yurga is going to be attacking, and it's going to work its way out of bounds. I think it's going to be a goal kick. So I'm going to go right back to the starting lineups here. Starting in goal, 0-0, Alejandro Camacho. 4, Agustin Menendez. Correction, a corner kick. It's coming up soon here. Federico Belintende. 7, Canet Lopez. 9, Cabaselli Masengo. 10, Tommy Palachi. 11, Kirubo Yurga. 12, Jose Kalina. 17, who just scored the goal, Giovanni Kashan. 18, Ben Richardson. And 19, Colby Godbolt. Here we go now, back in the action for the Tritons. The cross, the 4th corner kick of the day. We got the 3rd one to get a goal for the Tritons. That one's going to go unsuccessful as NIACC going to steal it back. Going to work the other end. 35 minutes, 15 seconds remain.
Over to Lopez. He's going to work his way.
Wow.
Oh.
What a setup that time to Yurga. It's going to ski a little too forward that time for Yurga. So we're going to keep working with it now. Going to go to NIACC's side.
NIACC throwing the ball back in, getting us into the next little volley here. That's going to go out of bounds again.
Tell you what, Link, what I love about this Triton team is we got depth. Look at the bench compared to the NIACC bench. We got a lot of players, a lot of really good players on the bench right now that we're going to see subbed in later. Khan Yusel, one of them. Narvis Spent, another. Bakari Mtende, Henry O'Leary, Mobake, Isaac Pontes. Oh my goodness. A lot of great talent on this Iowa Central team. It's going to be booted down to the starting goalie now, Alejandro Camacho. He's going to roll it down now to Menendez. Menendez going to take his time, working his way to the perimeter. Move it forward, men. Gentlemen, here we go. Yurga. Yurga uses his right foot, but that leads to it bouncing out of play, out of bounds. Here comes a throw-in now. With 34 minutes remaining in half number 1, this game is rolling around. Rolling through, I should say.
Yes.
Set up now.
Menendez just going to knock it out of bounds. And then we'll have NIACC throwing us back into action.
See where NIACC will place it. They're looking forward with it. So they will throw forward. Menendez now trying to play it back to the corner. Gonna fudge it up, so it's gonna go back to the Tritons. Here we go now with Menendez. Menendez working. Crossing the field, switching sides. I love it. Great ball movement so far. No pressure. Take your time. That's Ben Richardson. Gonna work the other end now. Look at this great ball movement. They are dominating time of possession, Link. Uh-oh. Takes a bad touch for the Triton side, but luckily we won it right back. Gonna go back to Camacho. Camacho with the punt.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
He could have saw that going through space, Hank.
Wow, Coach Montalto, you might have to check him out to punt this year for the Iowa Central football team. Alejandro Camacho. He's very macho. Holy smokes. The boot, the leg, the lefty. Holy smokes, I'd like to see that again. Just maybe dotting a guy up on one of those big-time Hail Mary type kicks, getting right over the head of the Tritons. I'd love to see that. Speed and power usually leads to a Triton score here. Regardless, we are at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. 32.5 minutes remain in half number 1. Here comes a setup for a free kick. Looking at Luis Bose. Bose using his left foot. A lot of lefties today, Link. Setting it down. Header. Oh! Off the head, that time by Mahamud Maldonado.
Talking about left-footed kickers, man. I can't even kick with my right foot.
Yeah. I've seen you with a hacky sack. I know what you're talking about in the radio station.
Yes.
Oh, Masengo almost kept it in play. Going to be a little too outside.
31 minutes, 35 seconds in this first half.
Ooh, aggressive
A
play.
little close for comfort on that last kick there.
It was like a cleat stab. Somehow it was won by the Tritons. Billy and Tende going to keep it. Here we go now with Jurga. Jurga, trying to cross a man over.
As you say, trying to get the dance moves did not work in favor that time.
Jurga almost ended up on House of Highlights, but he's going to cross himself out of his own shoes. But the Tritons getting another steal. That's about the third or fourth steal on the day so far. The Tritons are moving and grooving, connecting on all cylinders. Trying to play it outside, did not connect there, Link. I spoke too soon. My apologies to the soccer gods. Is that one, I jinxed myself there.
It's all right, Hank. We still got a lot of ball to be played.
Levi Nolan Morgan with the boot. End over end.
Over to Richardson off the head.
The setup now.
Connect
Through
Lopez.
ball. Here comes Masengo. Go, Masengo. To goal. Going to be a setup now. Here we go on the other end. The shot. Going to roll. No. Masengo stepping up, trying to get the ball.
It's going to go out of bounds.
Excuse me.
But throw him back in.
Masengo wasting no time to get back into transition.
Over to Lopez.
The hurry-up offense of the soccer team is key. Set up now, sending it down. Jurga to throw it in. Takes no time. To find Giovanni Kashan. Kashan going to be jammed up in the center of the field. Kashan gets around two defenders. Kashan, no. Gets around him. Battle for the ball. Let's see if they call a goal. They will. It'll be a goal kick for Levi Nolan Morgan.
About 29 minutes, 40 seconds in the half. Let's get back to the action here. NIACC is in control. Over to the goalie. Looks like this.
Got a Triton stepping up. A lot of pressure today on the Triton side, and it's been working really well so far. Wow, NIACC, great job with a box drill. So they're going to hit it out and keep it going in play. So we're looking around 29 and a half minutes remain in half number one. We're looking at Tommy Palaci trying to find a man using his left foot. That's Masengo, folks. Masengo to the corner. Going to try to move forward with it. Masengo crossing it over. Just finds the meat of Tommy Palaci, but now here comes a setup. Giovanni Kashan tried to hit it to goal. Going to be off target. The setup now along the other end. That is Yoshiaki Yamashita, who's going to get it stolen. Pickpocket steal by Giovanni Kashan.
It's going to go over to Menendez.
Giovanni Kashan is a smooth criminal.
That's right.
With cruel intentions with that pickpocket steal. The fifth steal for the Tritons today. These NIACC squad, they're going to need eyes in the back of their head. The setup now along the other way. Jurga. Ooh! He's pushed hard to the ground. Let's see what the head official calls. They will call a shove in the back. Hard foul, so the Tritons will set up for a free kick.
I believe that kick's going to be from Kenneth Lopez.
Kenneth Lopez, let's see what he can do. Oh. I like it. Not a lot of head officials carry a bottle of spray with them, but it's a good way to keep it rolling here. Lopez gonna aim for a header and assist. Oh, off two Triton heads. I believe it went off the head of number 5, Billy Ntende, along with off the head of Tommy Palaci to stop the play, but here goes another steal. I looked down on my sheet just one time, and there's already another steal for the Tritons.
It's going to be saved by the goalie for NIACC.
Yep, Nolan Morgan. He's going to roll it. Slow roller. NIACC, they're going to have to find their offense. They have not been clicking so far. Finally cross center field. See if they can keep it going here. Rodrigo Catala.
Ooh!
Yeah, that was a hard foul. Head official says to use your head. He's going to talk with the Triton mid, Federico Bellintende. That was a little excessive there, but it happens from time to time. Soccer's a competitive sport.
That's right.
With a lot of emotions. We're going to keep going here. Under 27 minutes to go in half number one. 1-0. The Tritons in the lead.
Looks like we're going to have a kick here from NIACC. That's going to be number 4.
Lewis Bowes.
going to be saved by our goalie. Back into the play now. Ooh, NIACC making another attempt. Oh, just off the hand of their goalie.
Alejandro Camacho. What a great shot on goal that time by the freshman forward, number 9, Cameron James. CJ, with power and finesse, took it to goal, but it wasn't enough. Alejandro Camacho, the macho man back there, getting the save for the Tritons. The second time he saved a goal. Could be 1-2 right now, Link, but tell you what, we got a stud in goal today. Here comes a corner kick, and you know, I think this is only the second corner kick that they've had today. I don't recall. Maybe just one more. Regardless, the setup now. Great header that time. Colby Godbolt gonna get it rolling down. Masengo to use his speed. Whoa!
Ooh.
The athleticism that time by Belintende. Uh-oh, here we go now. We're still moving with it.
Looks like we're going to push it back. That's going to be another kick for NIACC.
Yeah, they're going to line up for a free kick here. Taking it, Lewis Bowes, who took the last free kick and corner kick. They trust in his leg. He's a lefty. Let's see if he tries something more. Bowes. Wow.
Ooh.
The Triton wall, the 3-man wall, too strong. Tommy Palacci scratching his head. I would be too. He took a shot, but he's a tough Triton. So
yeah,
we're going to keep rolling here. We're under 25 minutes to go in half number 1. The Tritons are coasting through this, but they're going to have to play some good defense here, as we're going to see the third corner kick on the NIACC side. Going to play it short. Masengo.
Shotgun right back over.
Oh, yeah. Get out of here, and it's still in play. Wow. What a shot. Big time setup now. And they're going to call Rodrigo Catala offsides. Hey, ooh. That took a chomp at the ball there. Belintende tried to roll it a little too far forward. NIACC didn't like that. But regardless, we're back in play. The Tritons are moving with it.
It's going to be knocked off the head of a NIACC player and out of bounds. Thrown back in for the Tritons.
Ooh, shoved to the ground. The Tritons are still going to be moving with it.
Kind of a double team up there.
Yeah, I believe it's called a scrum in rugby terms.
Ah.
They're battling button heads against each other. Here we go now. 23 minutes, 45 seconds to go in half number 1.
That's going to go out of bounds.
And they're going to call it for the Tritons. NIACC is not a fan of that. I wouldn't be either. It was close to tell, but at the end of the day, it's the ref's final call, so we're going to have to keep going here. Soccer today at Harlan Rogers. It's the only game being played today as the girls was postponed. The setup now going to go on the other end. To Yerga. Ooh.
We got a whistle call.
They're going to call foul. I don't know if it was just an unnecessary roughness type of call or what's going on here. Oh, we're going to call a water break. So they're going to take a break here on the field. We're going to take one with them. Got a hot, humid day today, but for more Triton action, stick with us on the YouTube channel for Iowa Central's Triton Nation. Triton Nation, welcome back. You're listening in to Hank Ambrose, providing the play-by-play commentary as I'm joined alongside my co-commentator, Link Clay, providing the color today, trying to color up the book here. So we're painting the picture for you on your video screen. You're tuned in to Triton Nation on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. Iowa Central Soccer here for the men's, playing today against NIACC Community College as they are playing here at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. The Tritons are up 1-0 after a goal was scored by Giovanni Cashan. Cash money, Cashan.
A phrase I have not heard in a long time there, Hank.
Yeah, you know, he's been out. I know he's had a little bit of injury earlier on in the season. He's been subbing in and out. Solid player for the Tritons. He's in now today, making the most of his time. So we are 23 minutes to go here in the first half. Tritons have been playing stellar defense today. Have picked up, what, 7, 8 steals? Oh, there goes 8. Oh, no, they're going to call it back, actually. Spoke too soon, and the cat got my tongue. They're going to call it back to a free kick now. Today, one of the hottest days in all of September.
Oh, yes.
So we're going to keep rolling here. Under 22 minutes to go. The clock is ticking. So it's going to come down. So we're looking at Madisha. Madisha. Going to center it up for his boys. Triton steal. Tritons in transition. The Tritons on the attack. Tritons, Tritons, Tritons. Oh, big tackle. Had a little too much muscle mustard on that one.
Yes.
Gave him the double M. But I brought that up because we are taking some water breaks to rehydrate. We took one at 23 minutes. We'll take one around 20 minutes each time here. Might take one right before half one more time. Otherwise, we're going to keep rolling with it. Here we go now. The crossover. Going to roll over the head of about everyone. Ooh, Masengo going to try to keep it in play. Masengo's got a cannon at the end of his right foot. Oh, my goodness.
Knocks it all the way over this way.
Ref having some fun banter with his soccer player on the NIACC side. Wouldn't give him the room for the throw-in. Had to tell him to move backwards. Kashan now. Switching fields. Working down the other way now. The setup, Tommy Palachi. Palachi. Ooh, works around a defender. He's still moving. Oh. He's going to want that one back. He thought he kept it in play, and for a short moment I thought he did too, but I'm going to have to side with the official here.
Yeah, as hard as that is sometimes with your home team.
NIACC now on the other end. The steal. Agustin Menendez. Gonna lose it right back. Gonna go the other way. Catala. Catala gonna send it down. Ooh. On the attack is NIACC, and a goal is gonna be scored. Nathan Skeet scooting his way in for the goal. 1-1. NIACC goes on the board.
I really thought the goalie was gonna have that, Hank.
I'll tell you what, Nathan Skeet uses a magic blanket as he evades all the Tritons, works under the Triton radar, the submarine work. Way to go. So he also got around Camacho, excuse me. The Tritons goalie on the day, he was out of position. He tried to attack at the ball. Not enough time. As a big man, used his speed. Once again, that was number 14, Nathan Skeet, scooting his way in for goal number 1 for NIACC. As the Tritons will get the possession of the ball back. 19:45 to go in half number 1. So we're rolling with it. The setup to Yurga. Yurga sitting on it, gonna play it back out. Richardson to take his time, sending it down. They haven't applied a lot of pressure to Richardson so far. I wonder if they've used that in film. Maybe they don't think that there's a good enough connection. He's been out a few games here, so maybe that has something to do with it. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know, Link. Ooh, great block that time. Kashan. Still rolling with it. Gonna work outside. Yep, Lopez to find Masengo. Masengo back to Lopez. The buddy system.
That's right.
We use that in pre-K, kindergarten here. And in the TV radio production program here at Iowa Central. The buddy system as I'm doing the play-by-play commentary for you. I'm Hank Ambrose for the first half, and I'm going to hand it on over to Link Clay as he's doing the color right now. He'll take over the play-by-play in half number 2, and he'll tell you about the end results of the game and much more for the Triton pregame show and the Triton postgame.
That's right. Join me here for the halftime break as we get ready for round 2. Looks like the goalie's going to kick us back into action. Ooh.
Canet Lopez. He's got the room. He's got the open green. Move it down, big man. Masengo now. Looking forward. Masengo. Keep rolling with it. This setup. Ooh, tried to hit.
Over to the goalie.
Oh, yeah. Tried to hit Tommy Palachi, but it's going to get around him. Set up now. Yurga. Ooh, about stepped in front of the goalie and got the ball back. That would have took one tap to get into goal. Yurga with the finesse. Ooh, the awareness. Yurga's everywhere he needs to be. Tommy Palachi now going to goal. The setup along the other way. Back to Yurga. Yurga shoved to the ground. Are they going to call a foul? Yes, sir. Here comes a penalty kick for Yurga.
NIACC don't look too happy about that.
Kerubo Yurga gonna get a penalty shot. Mano y mano. Yurga versus the goalkeeper. Levi Nolan Morgan gonna have a huge test to go against him. Wow. Tommy Palachi going over to support his man Kerubo Yurga. Yurga gonna set it up. It's go time, Triton fans. I hope you have your audio dial cranked, as it's gonna be a big time shot. Here we go. Yurga to the corner. Yurga for the goal. 2-1 as the Tritons regain the lead here at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. Kerubo Yurga. Wow.
I've enjoyed watching Yurga. He's a very fierce player there, so it's good
very
to see
aggressive.
him
Knows how to draw a foul as he just did in the penalty box. I think that might even be the first time they've scored at home when it comes to penalty shots. I have not seen him score from home in the penalty box so far, or setting up for a penalty shot, excuse me. We're going to have a correction there at halftime to make sure I'm accurate there. But regardless, we're back in action here at Harlan Sports Complex. 17 minutes, 15 seconds to go in half number 1. The Tritons are rolling with it. So we're still going here. Going to go the other way.
Oh, man, it was kind of a rough play there.
Hard foul against Narvis Bent, who recently checked into the soccer match. Shoved to the ground. But he is Triton tough, so we'll keep going with it. Gonna be a go-ahead free kick. Gonna play it short. Kashan playing it back to the sole man defender. Gonna go the other one. Switch in field. Back to Yurga, who just scored now. Yurga moving forward. Yurga.
See if we can get another point out of him.
Fancy feet work, but he got triple teamed, so they're going to boot away. Oh, Yurga finds a way to get it back. Going to go for goal. Yurga. Oh, see you later. Soccer ball.
Looks like one of our fan watchers over there tried to catch it, but it just rolled a little bit out of play for him.
Yeah, he sent that over into open acres. Heads up to the farmer. They got the free Triton soccer ball.
They will sign it after this game.
Kerubo Yurga. Oh, off the behind of a Triton. That's Tommy Palachi to goal. Tommy Palachi, get in there. Oh, my goodness. He actually about set it back up to Kabasele Masengo.
Palachi, another really key player today for the Tritons. A lot of aggression coming from him, so we like to see that as well.
Wow. Hit off his rump. He wasn't expecting a steal, but the awareness, the quick time.
We're going to have another
lateral quickness. Oh, my goodness. Here comes a corner kick like Link. I'm going to steal the words right out of your mouth.
Yes, that's right. Canet Lopez here doing what he does best. Getting us back into the action. Here we go. It's going to go.
Lopez trying to hit up Narvis Bent now. Back to Masengo. Masengo going central. Going to play it backwards. We got a new substitution in for the Tritons. Jose Kalina. Oh, big boot that time. Tritons going to watch themselves because that's how they gave up a goal just a moment ago. Exactly 15 minutes to go in half number 1.
Back over to Richardson now. Over to Masengo.
If you just tuned in, you're listening to Hank and Link on the commentary for Triton Nation YouTube. Ooh, slide tackle attempt. It's going to be a stab. Great defense. That's one of the best defensive plays so far in the day. Federico Belintende wasn't a steal, but kicked it out of bounds when it was a 2-on-1 opportunity for NIACC. Here we go now, working the other way.
Lopez with a pretty aggressive play there. Looks like NIACC is going to be back up on their feet, moving back over to Richardson.
Yeah, Yamashita tried drawing a foul there the same way Yurga did. Speaking of Yurga, he's going to set it up for Masengo. Masengo, he's got speed and quick feet. There's the quick feet. Tommy Palaci, you're right. Trying to go for goal. Takes an awkward bounce. It's going to go back into the feet of the goalie.
I'm telling you, Hank, like you said earlier, that goalie has one heck of a foot on him.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. NIACC player down, but he gets back on his feet. I think he just had the wind knocked out of him for a quick moment. It's Cameron James, who had a shot on goal earlier, who almost had the first goal for NIACC. Going for goal.
Saved by the goalie.
Yeah, that was a big shot. Hail Mary type shot. Going for the long ball. Seeing if they can get the Iowa Central goalkeeper off his balance. Alejandro Camacho, though, he's got eyes. He's been looking. Here we go now. Ben Richardson gets it down to Yurga. Here comes a box drill. Uh-oh. Can't connect to Canet Lopez. So here we go now with NIACC on the attack. Oh, poor connection that time. NIACC's going to lose it. They're going to cough it up. That's Giovanni Lima Soares. The setup now. Giovanni Cashan to Yurga. Yurga trying to draw another foul in the penalty box. You know what? I like the way. Worked once. See if it worked again. Lightning sometimes strikes twice, but not in the heat link.
Yeah, that's true. Unless you're referring to heat lightning sometimes. But back into the action regardless. Looks like that's just going to go out of bounds from the kick of the goalie.
12.5 minutes remaining in half number 1. Going to go down to Richardson. Richardson working forward.
Ooh.
Oh, off the ankle of Masengo. Ben Richardson now. Gets it over to Yurga.
Having a little bit of a tough time getting the ball there. But he does. He gets it.
Yurga. He'll send it all the way down. Moving with it.
Just out of the feet there of Palaci. That's going to go out of bounds again.
Jose Kalina on the throw-in. Substitution for the Tritons. Kiribel Yurga will get a rest.
A well-deserved rest at that.
Oh, yes. Subbing back in. Number 14, his first appearance on the day. Benny Mubake. Benny using his head right away, but a little too aggressive on it. It's going to be batted out of play.
Last few games we were commentating, Hank, we saw Benny doing a great job getting some scores for us for the Tritons, and we're happy to have him in today.
Yeah, he got a goal and an assist last time we were home at Harlan Rogers. Going to send it down to Benny. He'll hit off his back end and go out of play.
Looks like we're going to have Richardson throwing us back into action. Here we go, over to Masengo. He's going to... Ooh, a little bit of a tumble there.
Jose Kalina to play it in. Gonna keep going with it. Tommy Palaci, the setup now, going for goal. Oh,
there goes Masengo.
Oh, yeah. Masengo stepping up, almost got it. That would have been a huge connection off his left foot.
Had Fly dive bomb me there.
And that was quite the dive bomb right there for the two players, one of the Tritons. And, oh, they're going to call a yellow. Oh. Yellow card against the Tritons. It's going to be on Federico Belintende. He's been a little aggressive today. Back there playing sweeper for the Tritons. And, you know, he's been aggressive. Was it deserved? I'm not going to argue with it. Once again, it's the head referee's call. So we're going to let him have it. 10.5 minutes to go in half number 1. You're listening to Hank Ambrose and Link Clay for Triton Nation. Oh! Oh!
Whoa! Whoa! Okay. So NIACC up another point. We're at a tied game. Hank's got his mouth open. What? That was off the head of one of NIACC's players.
Giovanni Lima Soares. He hasn't been great on his feet today, but he uses his head and puts it in the back of the net. 2-2 as NIACC ties it back up. What in the world? The two goals going against the Tritons today have been off sloppy defensive plays where they just have caught the Tritons off guard. The first one was a Hail Mary ball that connected to the feet of Nathan Skeet, and that one, just an absolute bomb to the forehead of Lima Soares. That backed it into goal. My jaw dropped to the floor. I had to regain myself. I think you could have heard me stutter on the broadcast. What? I'm still in shock.
Yeah. So
serious.
Back into the action. We're over to Lopez, back to Richardson. Down the field we go. Looks like Benny with the ball again. Here we go. Let's see what he can do. Is he going to play that back to Masingo? Oh, no, it's going to be
circling around him.
Oh, he's doing a good job keeping the and it's ultimately knocked out there.
Wow, aggressive play that time by the guy that just got the goal, Lima Soares. Captain on NIACC. Narvis Bent trying to step up. Menendez using his head. Ooh! Uh-oh, poked his eye.
Oh, that's going to be...
Federico Belintende, I hope he's okay. Poked his eye. I think he took a jab.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. You never like to see that happen. That have you wincing. Ugh.
Yeah.
Belintende gets up to his own power.
That's good that he's all right.
Oh, such a tough guy. Goodness. Well, we're going to keep going here at Harlan Rogers. 8 minutes, 40 seconds to go in half number one.
We're working with Lopez, but now we're back into the feet of NIACC.
The goalie, Levi Nolan Morgan. Oh,
and Batende back into the action again.
Hard foul against Belintende.
And, you know, we like to see aggressive players, but we also like to see players not get injured.
Yeah, and you know what? Belintende, he just got knocked on his butt, so it's almost mesmerizing to see that he can have all that power after just being blasted down himself. So you got to wonder, is part of it acting on NIACC's side? I don't know. I don't want to go there, but
it could be and it couldn't be.
I don't want to go there, but I'll just leave it up for the viewers' discussion. 8 minutes to go in half number one. 2-2. The score here at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex, and we are in the history of a making of a great soccer match between the two rivals in state. Iowa Central Community College going up against NIACC.
Tied up nonetheless. Let's see if we can get one team to break this tie here. Looks like that's going to be over to Richardson from Lopez. Over to try to get over there to Benny.
Ooh. Keep going with it.
It's going to be close. Belintende with the attempt there just gets blocked off by NIACC again.
Belintende, like a wall, steps in front of the cross. Jose Kalina with the slide. Richardson now. Musengo. Box drill. Kashan getting it down to Benny. Benny in the jet. Here we go, taking off.
Oh!
Benny trying to hit.
Get over to excuse me, Hank. Back over to Palachi.
Yeah, tried to hit Palachi up on that one. No service on the field. 6 minutes, 30 seconds to go in half number one. First half has gone by very quickly.
Yes. A lot of action, too. Over to Richardson. Just going to go over to Masengo again.
Richardson to Benny. Oh.
A little bit of an interference there with the ref.
Yeah, the head official got in the way there. He's a cool guy, though. He's aware enough to know that it should be Triton possession. You gotta be a little more light on your feet there, head official.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying there. Just giving a hard time. Treasure our refs here that help out here. Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. Gonna send it down now. Louis Bose. Going the other way. Rodrigo Catala. We're still working with it. Here comes Kenneth Lopez now. Lopez gonna find Benny. Benny, master. Let's see, he can use the speed. Oh,
ooh.
Is it in? Ah, it was. Benny, keep moving with it. Goodness. Benny using his long legs to keep it in play. We're still rolling here. Masengo to Kenneth Lopez. Oh, just let it under his feet. We see that happen in baseball with, they say, a hole in your glove, but hole in your foot right there in soccer terms. Oh, we had a NIACC player down. Hope he's okay. Check on the number there. It's Eddie Callanan.
Number 12.
He's stretching out his leg. Hopefully it's just a cramp. Trainer just coming over to check him out. We're going to take a short break on the field here. Score 2-2. 4 minutes, 44 seconds to go in half number one. You've been listening to Hank Ambrose, joined alongside Link Clay for your commentary here on the YouTube channel for Iowa Central Soccer. Stick with us on Triton Nation YouTube. We're back, Triton Nation. You're listening to Hank Ambrose, joined alongside Link Clay, covering the Iowa Central Soccer men's team as they're going to go up against the squad of North Iowa Area Community College. Score 2-2 here at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. Masengo's with it. Triton's working on the right, far side of the field. They're working left to right on your video screen or north to south as it goes as directions. Link, we've seen a lot of action today. What's been your favorite moment so far in this first half?
Oh, man. I mean, it's kind of weird to say, but it's almost the NIACC scores. You know, it's amazing how a bad play could turn into 2 scores for them. But for our Tritons, I mean, it's awesome to see how aggressive we're playing today, especially Mentende and Jurga especially, you know.
Yeah, I think you hit it right on the tail there, Link. I got to say, the Tritons, to me, are obviously the better team in this one. They've dominated time of possession. They've had way more shots on goal, way more shots. Great setup that time. They've had nearly double digits in steals. And I'm not hating on NIACC, and I am a Triton fan, so maybe I am a little. But, no, the NIACC team, they've just had 2 miraculous goals. One was like a 60-yard bomb. That was a header. The other one, they just caught the Tritons sleeping. Otherwise, they've literally only had 2 shots on goal, like 4 shots total, and that's not a lot in a half of soccer.
No.
You know what? At the end of the day, though, soccer is soccer. They got the goals to connect, and that's why we're here tied at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. NIACC got the ball back, 2-2. 3 minutes to go in half number 1. Play-by-play commentary provided you by Hank Ambrose, and we got Link Clay on the color. Link's going to take over the play-by-play in half number 2.
Yep.
Stick around, Triton Nation, as we're going to be listening to Link Clay and Javi Sanchez cover the halftime report. Talk a little bit about how we got there if you've missed any of the action so far.
Going to be discussing some things we've seen in terms of play today and players. So you don't want to miss that. That's going to be right after this first half, and then we'll get right back into the action in the second.
Tommy Palaci stabbing at it, going to let it go under his foot. Boot into the trees and into open pastures. Gonna have to get a search team to find that one.
Yeah.
Someone got a dog. Jose Kalina now, getting ready to throw in. Jammed up in the corner. Let's see what they call it. What do you think?
I'm not sure.
Well, the Trojans are sending guys down, so it must be a corner kick.
Looks like it's going to be Canet Lopez with the corner kick again. You know, he should have really considered making that a little apartment there. He's been in that corner quite a bit, Canet. Getting really familiar there. Let's see what happens.
Buy a plot of land over there.
Yes. Marking his territory, so to say. Back into the action. We got NIACC moving along the ball. Headbutt there. Over to Benny from Richardson. That's going to be knocked over to Masengo again.
In the closing minutes here. 1:15 to go. Going to go right through the body that time of Canet Lopez. Let's see if one final drive can be strung together for NIACC. 2-2. Close matchup. Heavy affair.
Going to be booted back in the air. These goalies got some strong legs on them.
Oh, yeah. Sending it down now. Gonna get around him.
Over to Palaci.
Palaci setting up to Masengo. Masengo on the move, on the go. Masengo looking, shouting at goal.
Oh,
ooh.
Just right of the goal there. Man, I was kind of hoping we could hopefully tie this, or break the tie here, maybe get 3-2 for our score before we go to half.
Yeah, we just got 25 seconds remaining right on the dot here. Levi Nolan Morgan to set up a goal kick. Getting it underway, a lot of air under it. Crosses the center line. The Tritons now going to take it back. Jose Kalina going to have to move downfield quickly now. Ben Richardson, 6, 5, 4. Take a shot, big fellow. Going to send it down to Palaci. Not going to connect with them. And that'll be the first half. 2-2, the Tritons are going to be tied here at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. It's been a close one, folks. Real close for the Triton fans. We'll have a 10-minute halftime break. We're going to be leading over to the halftime show here in just a short minute here. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in from Triton Nation. You've been listening to Hank Ambrose. I'm going to pass the mic over to Link and Javi Sanchez so they can provide you the quick the halftime. Whoa, I'm jumping all over. The halftime report.
You're excited to get into this.
Absolutely, in just a short moment here.
And welcome back, Triton Nation, to the halftime show. I am Link Clay. I was just doing color commentary with my pal Hank here, but now we got a new man on the mic. It is our other pal and college classmate, Javier Sanchez. How we doing?
How you doing, Link?
So, what a really close game there with these two rivals going against each other and tying it up, nonetheless. Some really good points scored by the Tritons. I wish I could say the same for NIACC, as those scores were kind of a little sloppy there. But what did you take away from that first half, Javi?
Definitely the Tritons, they were definitely on their game on the offensive side. I saw a very aggressive play up and down the pitch, and they put on a pretty good show, especially those two goals. The first one coming off of Giovanni Cashan on that corner, that was very well placed and just a way to put it into the net.
Yeah, I agree. And, we've had some really tough players today, whether it's Jurga or Belentende, excuse me. Just really aggressive, going for the goals, whether it's they're trying to get it away from the opposing team or, just being an overall factor of the game. Do you have an MVP of this first half?
Definitely, in my opinion, it either has to be Jurga or Kashan. Definitely, they've been around the ball. They've been anytime the ball is around, they're usually the ones in possession of it, and they've just been very aggressive off just the play by their teammates and just the ball movement of just getting it up and down the field. Definitely, it's definitely one of those two, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. And we've seen a lot of just really good plays off of both teams, whether it's box drills or slide tackles or steals. I mean, we've seen players from the Tritons, more specifically Federico Belentende, get down with an injury, get right back up, and then go for another really solid kind of aggressive play within a matter of maybe 2 or 3 minutes. I mean, as Hank was saying earlier, we're Triton strong here, but sometimes that can lead to a few little conflicts, whether it's yellow cards or fouls. But have you had a favorite moment in terms of the first half, Javi?
Well, definitely one of my favorite moments was that score off of NIACC. Actually, their second one, just like that screamer onto the corner, that was very, very well placed. And I just want to see more aggressive play, a more aggressive play from the Tritons, more offensive aggressive attacks, because those have seemed to be working very well for them up to this point. And just keep their head on straight on defense. Don't allow any more sloppy goals like they have so far. But I think we should be able to pull it out and get the win. I'm very confident in our team.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't have said it any better myself. We're down to just about 4 minutes, 30 seconds until the next round here, or the next half. So we're going to take a little bit of a break up here in the booth, and we'll be right back with the second half here. I will be doing play-by-play action, and Hank will be taking over duties of color. So please join us back here in a matter of minutes for the second half of your men's soccer game.
Welcome back, Triton Nation, as we're ready to kick off yet the second half of the Iowa Central men's soccer team as they're going to take on North Iowa Area Community College. 2-2 is the score so far, 45-minute halves. We just got the second half and the final one to go underway here, as I am Hank Ambrose, joined by my co-commentator Link Clay. Going to be switching it over to the play-by-play duties to Clay. So, Link Clay, go ahead.
Well, how's it going, everybody? Thank you so much, Hank, for that nice introduction here. We are back into the action, and it looks like Kenneth Lopez is going to shotgun that thing across the field, and it's going to go out of bounds for NIACC there. Man, it's been an interesting game in terms of points here, and we kind of went over that around halftime, but we're going to see how the second half plays out here, Hank. I got to ask you, what would you like to see specifically? I mean, I know we want to see the Tritons score here, but what would you like to specifically see in the second half?
Well, truthfully, the Tritons have been dominant. I think that they are the clear-cut better team in this one. I think the final score is going to prove it. They've dominated time of possession. They got double digits up in steals. There goes another one right there. They've had the most shots on goal. They've had the most shots taken. They've dominated inside the NIACC half. And NIACC, honestly, like, I'm not hating on them, but the truth is that they've only had 4 total shots. 2 of them were on goal, and those 2 were the ones that ended up in the back of the net. And I don't think it's going to cut it the rest of the day. You can't take 4 more shots this half and expect to win this one, where the Tritons have taken near 10. Here we go now. Rolling with it. Going to give it back to Link.
Looks like that was Kashan there as he rolls along. Oh, excuse me, Yurga. The ones that someone's getting me kind of mixed up, Hank. So let's see what happens here. It looks like we're going to have a kick coming up. A little bit of a rough talk there. Getting our shoes tied here. 42-55 in the second half. Let's see what happens as we form the wall for NIACC here. Hopefully we could get this third point out of the way and regain the lead.
Look at the 5-man wall NIACC build up.
Here we go.
Yurga and Palachi looking to kick. They're going to decide on Yurga.
Oh, and it's going to be right off the hand of the goalie, Levi Nolan Morgan, for NIACC. We're going to get right back into the game as we get thrown back into action by NIACC. Down the field we go. You're trying to get over to the ball. It's going to be punted across the field off the head of number 17, Kashan there. Back over to NIACC. Moving along the field here. Richardson doing a good attempt to get the ball back into possession. And that's going to be just a little short there as NIACC kind of maneuvers down the field. Kashan again with the ball. And there's going to be a whistle on the play. It looks like it's going to be in favor for the Tritons. Kashan back over to Lopez again. Going to kick it over to potentially Menendez. And there's going to be another attempt there by NIACC for another goal, but that will go right of the net. And I'm thinking that's probably going to be a corner kick. Maybe. It looks like that's going to be number 4 for NIACC, Lewis Bowes.
Yep. NIACC sent their men down. They only have 2 defenders back there on the rally leap.
Well, let's see what happens here. We got a strong Triton team. Let's see if we can defend our goal. And it will be out of bounds ultimately. And that's what we like to see. Here we go. Coming in from Dylan Brooks. Here we go. There goes the first knock-in for this round. Looks like that's going to go over to Kashan again. Over to Menendez. Menendez is going to kick it over to Yurga. Yurga over to Colina. Back over to NIACC. It's going to be close, folks. Lopez with the attempt to get the ball back. It's going to stay in. NIACC's possession. We have a whistle call.
Offsides. Can't do that here at Harlan Rogers. Nathan Skeet trying to scoot on by the Triton backfield. Had a whole body and a half in front of Augustine Menendez, who was the last defender on the Triton side.
Back to the action. It looks like Kashan has possession of the ball. Over to number 13, Henry O'Leary. O'Leary going to make it down the field. Looks like NIACC's going to just barely make it over Masingo. And that's going to be back into possession for NIACC. Across the field we go. Good defense in part of the Tritons, just not quite getting there most of the time. That's going to be thrown in by Kashan. It looks like, or excuse me, that's going to be, is that, number is that, Hank? I can't see all the way across the field there.
Throwing it in, it's going to be Richardson, Ben Richardson, throwing it in for the Tritons. He's going to work downfield.
And up in the air it goes from NIACC. It's going to come right back down. And that's going to go over to Kalina. And back over to Jurga. It looks like Richardson trying to keep it into play. It's going to just be slightly out of bounds there. We'll be in possession of NIACC. And we'll have our throw in here. 38-49 in the second half here. 2-2, still tied up, folks, but that's subject to change here shortly, possibly, from the Tritons. It looks like we have another player down for NIACC, as we have Masingo trying to get the ball around there, or excuse me, Mtende. It's going to go off the head of Menendez there. It's going to be in possession for NIACC. They're going to be moving the ball along. Tritons making a good effort to get that ball back. It's going to be close, just over the net there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice strike that time by the freshman forward, Cameron James. This freshman, he's got skill. It's his second shot, second one that just barely went over the net.
Kashan over to Richardson. Back over to number 13, O'Leary. As NIACC's going to get back the possession of the ball. Moving along. It's going to be over to their goalie. Kick back into play. It looks like it's going to be just out of bounds there, and it's going to be thrown in by number 12, Jose Colina. Back over to Menendez. And over to Kashan again. As we're moving things along here, folks. Looks like that's going to be over to Richardson. Going to be moved back over to O'Leary. Back over to Kashan to Menendez. A little bit of a back and forth going along here. Let's see if we can't get that back over the line. Looks like we have Kalina now over to O'Leary again. And O'Leary back over to Richardson. Doing a good job here from Masingo. We're getting closer. It's going to be the kick. It's going to go right over the net and out of bounds for the Tritons. Looks like we're going to get the action back here from Levi Morgan as we get things started back over for NIACC. Masinga trying to get the ball into possession. This is going to be a little short there. That's going to be out of bounds. Back over to Masinga, throwing into Jurga. Jurga now with the ball. Going to make the attempt. Kind of getting doubled up by NIACC players. NIACC in possession of the ball, moving it down the line. Over the middle line we go. And it's going to be close. O'Leary doing his best effort there. And back over to Kalina. Now the attempt coming from number 19, Colby Godbolt. It's back into the possession of NIACC's goalie. Thrown back into the action. Looks like NIACC's going to try to attempt to punt it across the field here. Now we're in possession. Here we go. Over to Richardson. Looks like O'Leary's going to knock it back over to Menendez. Menendez is going to knock it right back over the center line. We're moving the ball along here.
Under 10 minutes in half number 2. 35 minutes to go.
Masinga over to Godbolt. Over to Jurga. It's going to be close here, folks. Can we do it? Let's see. Oh, Jurga knocked down. It looks like we're going to have a whistle call here. That's going to go quite possibly in favor for Jurga. Yeah, kind of a little scrappy play there, Hank.
Yeah, stubbed at him, caught him, ankles were locked. Jurga went to the ground. It was a foul, and here comes the free kick. Jurga and Tommy Palaci to line up to kick it. Let's see where we go with it.
Let's hopefully get the third point for the Tritons here, taking the lead.
4-man wall.
We're lining up here, folks. Let's see what we can do. And just over the net it goes.
Uh-oh, over to the youth league.
Oh.
Hope the little Dodgers are okay.
Yeah. You don't want anybody getting hurt here today at Harlan.
Yeah.
34 minutes remain. Second half. Still tied up at 2. We're going to have Levi Morgan get us right back into the action as he kicks it into play. It's going to go over to Masinga and back out of bounds. Looks like we're going to have Richardson throw us back in over to Masinga. Masinga back over to Richardson. It's going to be close. Over to Mtende. Back over to NIACC now. A really good defense being played here by the Tritons. Menendez with the good power kick, but that's going to be out of bounds. It looks like NIACC's going to be throwing us in. Number 3, Rodrigo Catala. Getting right back into the action here. Looks like Richardson once again will throw back over to Jurga. Jurga's going to knock the ball back over. It looks like that's going to be Bellatende, or excuse me, Canet Lopez back over to Jurga. Back over to 19, Godbolt. Godbolt out of bounds there, and that's going to go right over into the Little League as well again.
Wow, about sending on over to Eagle Grove, Iowa. Goodness. 32-36 in the second half. Hopefully we can untie this game here. Let's see what we can do. Here comes the kick. It's going to go right over the center line, off the head of O'Leary. That's going to go attempt there by Jurga and Mtende. That will be in favor for the Tritons there. As we have Jurga, or excuse me, that won't be in the favor of the Tritons, as we have number 4, Lewis Bose, with the next round of play here in favor of NIACC. It's going to be moved right along. That's going to go out of bounds. So we'll have our goalie here, Dylan Brooks, get us start back over to Menendez, and we'll be right back over to number 19, Godbolt. I'll be knocked back over by NIACC, over to Menendez again. Off the chest of one of the NIACC players. We're going to have Mtende with the attempt there. Save. And Kalina back over to Godbolt again. Jurga out of bounds there. We're going to have the throw in from Kalina back over to Menendez, and we have a whistle call. Looks like we're going to have a NIACC player down. He's holding his knee. Hopefully he's okay. It's Keelan Brown. He was cramping up earlier in today's match. It might be the same ordeal. He was getting his left knee taped earlier before the contest. I hope he's okay. Head trainer coming over on the Triton side. Help stretch him out. Just tuning in. You're listening to Hank Ambrose and Link Clay on the broadcast for the Iowa Central men's soccer team as they take on North Iowa Area Community College. Score is 2-2 in the second half here. 31 minutes, 4 seconds remaining in the match. Could go for overtime if we don't see another score. It's been a close one today.
That's right.
The Tritons dominated half number 1. NIACC came out with a little more firepower. I think Tritons are a bit winded here. They're going to sub him out, get Keelan to the sidelines. So a substitution will come in for NIACC. It's going to be number 25, Arath Medina.
We're going to get stuff started back here. It looks like we're going to have Colina back over to Menendez. That's going to go over to Godbolt, but that's going to be another whistle call. It looks like we're going to have Palachi with the ball now. Kicks it back over to Colina. And now we're going to have, it looks like, another kick from Yurga coming up. Let's see what we can do here. "30 minutes, 25 seconds here in the second half. Here goes the kick from Yurga. And it's just going to be left of the goalpost there.
Just wide left. The big man, Menendez, trying to get in there, scoring a header. Just comes up wide.
A half hour exactly remains in the second half. We're going to get stuff started off here by NIACC. Again, booted across the field. It's going to be off the head of Kashan. We're going to have a whistle call there. I don't know if the ref quite liked that play there. So, looks like we'll have NIACC in possession of the ball again, too. And they're going to get a kick. That's going to be number 4, Lewis Bowes. Try and send up a little bit of a defense plan here. As it looks like it's going to be just right of the goal and out of bounds. And that'll be the end of that. We'll get right back into the action here, as it looks like we're going to have number 4 Bowes again going to be doing a corner kick. Let's see what happens. Here comes the kick, back over. It's going to be up in the air. It looks like that's going to be ruled out there. And we'll have our goalie get us back into the action. And that's going to go over to Yurga. Yurga's going to knock it away from NIACC. Here we go, over to Palachi. Ooh, and it's going to be swung right back around. That's going to go over to Godbolt. Godbolt's attempted to get it over there to Mtende. Here we go. Is this what we're looking for? It is! And that's going to get us right back into the lead, 3-2 for your Iowa Central Tritons. What do you think of that, Hank?
Tommy Palachi was right in the right position at the right time. He's going to score for the Iowa Central Tritons, making it 3-2 here in half number 2. 28 minutes, 12 seconds remain. Tommy Palachi, how do you do?
Looks like we have another NIACC player down.
Tommy Palachi was posing for the camera. He's got cameraman, our journalist guy out there for the Triton Times.
Big shout out to him. And Palachi.
Palachi getting it done, the team captain. 3-2 now at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. 28 minutes to go in half number 2.
All right, we're back into possession for NIACC there. Palachi doing a well attempt to get the ball away. Looks like Richardson's going to try, and now it's over to Kashan. That's going to go right into the bushes. Never to be seen again, as we say here at Harlan Rogers. We're going to have NIACC throw in. And it looks like we're going to have a good attempt here by Masingo. And he'll be throwing in for us, as I went right out of bounds. Looks like we have a plane overhead. So welcome to them if they're watching.
From the plane.
Yes.
We got an airport next to Harlan Rogers Sports Complex.
Best seats in the house. Back to the action now. NIACC going to kick it over to their goalie. And that's going to be skyrocketed back over into play off the head of number 12, Jose Colina. And he's going to try to keep it into play. It looks like off the head again. O'Leary now helping with that. Oh, it looks like, ooh, number 17, Kashan, says nope to that little attempt there by NIACC. And that will go back over for a corner kick again from Bose, number 4 for NIACC. Looks like we're starting to get more cloud cover out here at Harlan. Temperature is starting to go down just slightly. Still a little bit hot out, but not too bad. Back to the action now. It looks like we have Jurga going for the ball. Got to get stuff started off here. And we got a whistle call once again. 26-18 for the time. 3-2. That'll be in favor of the Tritons, I believe.
Yeah, they're going to call a yellow card. It's going to go against number 4 on NIACC's side. That's Louis Bose.
Looks like
good sportsmanship. Gonna dab up Jurga. Gonna get ready to play some more soccer here. 26 minutes, 15 seconds to go at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex.
Kashan's gonna kick it over to Richardson. Richardson again over to Mtende, it looks like. It's gonna be right back over to Kashan. Let's turn this thing around, folks. Back over to Menendez. And here we go. Menendez is going to boot it right back over. And that looks like that's going to go out of bounds. Whoa, maybe not. Maybe not. It's going to be back into play. Richardson again. Here we go. Now in possession for NIACC. It's going to be right back over to Kashan. Kashan's going to turn it around. Possibly kick it back over to the goalie. Goalie's going to knock it back over to Menendez. Here we go. Back over to Jurga. Jurga, ooh, really close to keeping that in play. He's going to throw it back in over to number 8, Narvis Bent. Bent over to Palachi. Ooh, and it looks like Mtende back over to Colina. Colina to Jurga. Jurga having a hard time there with NIACC's defense. So it looks like we're going to be back into possession. Ooh! Never mind. Mtende back over with the steal. It's close. Kind of a ping... yeah, a little bit of a ping-pong action there going back and forth. That's going to go out of bounds. But it looks like we're going to have Richardson throwing back in for the Tritons. Back over to O'Leary. And now back over to Mtende to Menendez. It's going to go right over to number 12, Colina. Colina back over to Menendez. Doing a little bit of a back and forth action here. Maybe trying to run down some clock. Good strategy. It's going to go over to Kashan. Kashan back over to Richardson. Richardson over to Palachi. Back over to Mtende. Back over to Menendez. It looks like we have another NIACC player down. And we might have some...
They're going to call a water break here.
All right. And I think we're going to take a little bit of a break up here. But join us back here for more men's soccer. Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. And welcome back, Triton Nation, as we are at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex watching the Tritons take on NIACC today. 3-1 is the score, 23:51 for the score clock. I am your main host here, Link Clay, joined by my co-commentator Hank Ambrose. Hank, how are you enjoying the game so far?
I love it so far. The Tritons are kicking butt so far, 3-2. They've dominated the time of possession. They've been all over on defense. You know, beautiful day to play soccer, beautiful day to be a fan of the Tritons.
That's right, Hank. Looks like we're going to get started here in a matter of seconds. And we'll be in possession for Kalina. Now over to Menendez. Going back over to Kashan. Here we go. Let's get started. Back over to O'Leary. Back over to Kashan again. And Menendez. Kalina is going to be moving the ball along. Looks like he's going to pass it back over to Menendez. Back over to O'Leary. Could be another attempt to wear down the clock a little bit more. So let's see what happens. And that's going to be our next whistle call here. Looks like that's going to be in favor for NIACC as they throw back in. Now back over into the action. Mtende over to O'Leary. But it's going to be swiped away by NIACC. We're going to get a little bit close to the goal here. Going to be booted back over the line it goes. It's going to be off the head of NIACC. Looks like Kashan's going to try to turn this thing around. Let's see if he could do it. A nice save there by NIACC. But swept away by the Tritons. So it's going to be back into the feet of NIACC once again. As we're moving along here, folks. That's going to be over to Jurgen. It looks like there's going to be a whistle call. It looks like we're going to have the goalie kick it back over to NIACC again as we get this next round here going along. Over the line we go, and it's over to Kashan again. Going to be turned around. It's going to go out of bounds under the bushes. And we're going to have NIACC throw back in again. Some good playing here from the Tritons again. NIACC starting to kind of come back in terms of get more aggressive here. But I think, as Hank said earlier, we are the more aggressive team. And I think we're going to be able to maybe pull this thing off. Back over to Jurgen. Jurgen's moving the ball around, maneuvering. Let's see if we can get this score in. Looks like we have Basingo with the ball out of bounds again. It's going to be kicked back over to the goalie. He'll throw us back into the game. We'll have NIACC in possession. As we move along here. Kick it right over the line. Kashan gonna try to turn it around once more again. Back over to, I believe that is Basingo. Back over to Palachi. Now to Jurgen. Here we go. This might be the kick here. Let's see what happens. Off the hands of the goalie, and that is no good. As it goes back over into the Little League. They're gonna have a good collection of Iowa Central soccer balls over there. Wouldn't you say, Hank?
Mm-hmm. Got a lot over there.
Looks like we're going to have a corner kick here by Palachi. Let's see what happens. Oh, excuse me. Actually, it's going to be... Try to see over the flag here. Can you see who that is, Hank?
We got the American flag blocking our way. It's Hank O'Leary taking the corner kick. Hank to Hank connection. I could feel it.
That's right.
It's a telepathic thing, I tell you what, Link. Here we go now. NIACC's in transition.
Looks like we're going to try to let it roll out of bounds there. That'll be Menendez throwing back in for us. Attempted back to Jurgen, but it's going to go off the head of number 14, Nathan Skeet. Back to the action we go. Mtende off the head of one of their players. And we have Masingo going for the ball. Going back over to O'Leary. Breeze starting to pick up here at Harlan Rogers again. We have Menendez with the ball, going to maybe knock that back over to Yurga. Here we go. Let's see if we can do it. He's maneuvering around the NIACC players. It's going to be out of bounds just to the right again. 18:50 for the score clock. 3-2. Triton still leading. As we're going to get kicked back into play by Levi Nolan Morgan for NIACC. Let's see, Yurga's going to make an attempt to stay close to the goal here. If we could get it switched back around, it's going to go over to Kashan. But it looks like it's going to go out of bounds, and we're going to have number 26, Prince Babego, throwing in for us. Over to Menendez once more. Back over to Mtende. We're going to have Kashan now with the ball. He's looking around, seeing who he could pass to. Back over to O'Leary. Back over to Menendez. That's going to be just kept into play by Kalina. Back over to Menendez again. Just the art of kind of dwindling down time here for the Tritons as O'Leary kicks it back over in an attempt to go to Yurga, but NIACC is now in possession. Let's see what happens here. Doing a nice little sweep there by Kashan. Excuse me. Back over to Yurga once again. A little bit of a trip up there from NIACC. They're going to move it right across the line there. Back over to Prince. Back to the goalie. Over to Menendez once again. Let's see. We have O'Leary with the ball. Go back over to Prince. To Kashan once again. Kind of a pinball action going on again. Back over to O'Leary. Let's see if we can't. There goes the kick. Oh, it's going to be just close. That's going to go out of bounds. Just out of reach of number 8, Narvis Bent. As we get started back in here. A nice kind of kickoff there by Yurga. Excuse me. Again, kind of blocked off there by the American flag again. Let's see what happens. Back to the play. We have 16 minutes left of the second half. It's been a very, very competitive game. And it looks like we're going to be back into position for NIACC. As we are now getting back over to Kashan. If he can steal it, it might go right to the goalie. Yep. Alejandro Camacho is now the goalie. Back over to Menendez. Again, it's going to be knocked back into play. And a nice save there by Kalina. Back over to Bent. To Palachi. Palachi over to Yurga. Let's see if we can do it. He's maneuvering around the players. Let's see. And saved by the goalie. Back over to, looks like, number 14, Benny. This is going to be a little off to the left there. A good attempt, but not quite there. 15 minutes remain. It looks like we're going to have... That's number 6, Mtende, with the corner kick for the Tritons. Let's see what we can do here as we're approaching 14 minutes, 30 seconds. Here we go. Here goes the kick. Back into the action. It's going to be close, but just right of the goalpost there.
Narvis Bent jumped up, and slammed his head on the goalpost at the top.
Ouch.
Oh, I hope he's okay. Oh, geez. He went up for the header and jumped a little too high. Jeez. Put his moon shoes on, Link. Goodness. Narva Spence seems to be okay. He's back in.
Defying gravity, just one of the many strengths of the Iowa Central Tritons. Back into the game. Here goes the kick from the goalie. Over the center line it goes. In possession of NIACC. Good amount of defense being played by the Tritons, and it's going to roll right out of bounds. Man, oh man. It's been a very, very close game between these two rivals. It looks like we're going to have number 4 again, Bose, do our corner kick for NIACC. Could be their chance to tie things back up again. Let's see if it works out for them. Looks like that's just going to be kept in play by Prince. Back over to Benny. Oh, and he's going to roll. That's going to be back into NIACC's possession.
Triton's coaching staff not going to like that call.
No, I can't imagine. So, back over to Bent now. We're going to see if he can get that back over to Benny. Benny goes for the kick, but it's going to go right back off of Bose for NIACC. Getting kind of teamed up there by a few of the NIACC players, but he will keep it in possession as Jurga now goes for the opportunity to move in more close. It's going to be close. Looks like he's going to go from the corner. He's going to do a corner kick. Quite possibly. No, it's actually going to be Palachi. With 12 minutes to go till game. Palachi doing a really good job today as he fights along with his fellow Tritons. Let's see if this kick can help us out here. Bring us maybe up to 4-2. Let's see what happens. And here goes the kick. It's going to be saved by NIACC. Up into the air it goes over to Prince. As he moves along the ball over to Menendez. Menendez is going to send it through the air. Looks like that's going to go over to Mtende, excuse me. And back over to Prince again. There's going to be a whistle call on that one. We're going to have Prince throw in for Iowa Central. Here we go. Back in the action, over to Palachi. Palachi over to O'Leary, back over to Prince. He's going to kick that over into the goalie for Iowa Central. And he's going to knock it right back over to Kashan again, over to Menendez. Menendez is going to move the ball down the line. Let's see, back over to Kashan. He kicks it. Just the art of winding down the clock here. That goes back over to Kalina, back over into Narva Spence, back over to Jurga. Jurga going to go for the kick back over into the Little League area as is just left of.
A youngster saved it right there. Future Dodger soccer player. What a save. Maybe he'll be a goalkeeper. Perhaps. 10 minutes to go at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. You're listening to Hank and Link on the commentary for the day.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in, folks. It's been a very, very good game as of now. Let's hope we can come away with another win here at Harlan Rogers today. Back into the action. The ball is up into the air. It's off the head of NIACC. Back over to Palachi. And there's a whistle call there. Looks like that's going to go for contact, I believe. And that'll be back into possession for NIACC as the goalie kicks it across. And it's going to go off the head of Kalina. Back over to Mtende. Let's see if Jurga can maybe make it back over before it rolls out of bounds. And it does ultimately. And he'll be doing the corner kick in. Excuse me, no, that's going to go right back over to NIACC. As we're looking at 8 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the second half. Off the head of Kashan. It's going to be potentially saved by Menendez. Back over to Benny once again. Benny's going to kick it back over to Jurga. Attempted, but it's going to be kicked away by NIACC. Back over to Prince, and that's going to go over to Mtende. Back over to Kalina. Now back over to Kashan. Another act of winding down the clock, folks. We're just getting close to 8 minutes left of the game. It all really comes down to this. What are your thoughts so far on this game right now, Hank?
Triton's got to keep the ball movement alive. Gonna miss a pass right there. So you got to get on defense if you're rooting for the Tritons. NIACC is still in this. 3-2 is the score of your soccer match. 8 minutes to go at Harlan Rogers. Not facing a lot of wind today. Even side affair. Here goes Jurga now.
Over to Palachi. Palachi get blocked off by NIACC. Let's see if we can turn this around. Over to O'Leary. Back over to Bent. Bent over to Jurga. Looks like O'Leary again with the ball possession. Off the head of NIACC. Back into play. That's going to go over to Prince. Prince back over into Mtende. Back over to Menendez. So we move back over to O'Leary once again. 7 minutes to go in the second half. Back over to Bent. Bent gets blocked off by NIACC. That's going to be back over to Benny as it just rolls. He's able to keep it into play. Okay, let's see. Back over to Prince again. And that's going to go right into the face of a NIACC player there. I hope he's okay. That was a hard hit.
Cameron Jones, the freshman forward, is who it's struck.
6 minutes, 39 seconds remain. I think with that, we're going to take a short break here, but we'll be right back with more men's Triton soccer in a few seconds. And welcome back, Triton Nation, to men's soccer. As we watch the Tritons take on NIACC. 3-2 is the score. Your Tritons in the lead. 6 minutes, 30 seconds remain in the second half. We are in possession for NIACC. Let's see what happens here. Looks like it's going to go right over the middle of the line there, off the head of O'Leary. Back over to Menendez. Menendez boots it right back over to the goalie. That's going to be saved, maybe out of bounds.
Wow, here comes a corner kick for the Tritons.
That's going to go for Jurga. Let's see if we can't maybe get a fourth point here, as we're just ticked by 6 minutes. This is going to be maybe saved. Nope. Good attempt there by Menendez. That's going to go right back over the net there in the end. Here comes the goalie kick. Levi Morgan with NIACC. Here we go, right over the middle. It's going to go off the head of NIACC. Down the field we go over to Menendez. It's going to be possibly saved by Masingo. Back over to their goalie. And he will kick it back over to Menendez. Once again. Menendez with the kick. Bent running as fast as he can. He will be able to save it, it looks like. That will be knocked right back out of bounds. Over to the Little League side once again. It looks like we're going to have Yurga with the corner kick again. Here we go. Back into the action. It's going to go right over past Mtende. A little bit of a cluster there with the Tritons. Going to be kicked over by NIACC's goalie into action again. It's going to go right off Kashan's head over to O'Leary. O'Leary is down, back over to NIACC. It's going to be... There goes the attempt for the kick. It's going to be right back over to NIACC towards the center of the field. And now Bent doing his best to maybe get the ball away. That's going to be another player down for NIACC. As we get right back into things though. Looks like we're going to have a call on the Tritons there. And here we go. We have number 6 now. Mahmoud kicking for NIACC. Back over into action now. 3 minutes, 20 seconds remain in the second half. 3-2 is the score. Tritons leading. Back over to Bent. Bent over to Yurga. It looks like that's just going to be a little too far away for him to save. But he does. And that's going to be kicked out of bounds by NIACC. Very close there. Back into the game we go. Booted across the field by NIACC. There is a whistle. Looks like we're going to have Prince throwing back into O'Leary. O'Leary back over into Mtende. Back over to Menendez now. As we get closer and closer to the end of this game. How will it end? Well, let's see and find out. Back over to Kashan again. Kashan gonna kick it across the field over to Yurga. He's gonna run just a little bit too far out of line there. That's gonna be another slide tackle for Yurga as we move towards 2 minutes left into this game. We're gonna have NIACC's goalie kick us right back into action. The final moments of this game. Here we go. Off of Colonia, back over to Bent. Bent back over to Yurga. It looks like that's going to go into NIACC's hands again. Or should I say feet, since we're playing soccer. And now we're going to be off the chest of O'Leary. That's going to be in favor for NIACC as the whistle is called there. 1:30 remains in this half. And man, tensions are high here on the field at Harlan Rogers today, Hank.
Big final closing minute. 1:15 to go. Cross into the penalty box. Tritons to boot it up and away into the air.
And that's going to be back into favor for NIACC. Going over to Benny. Benny tries to save it. Now good. That's going to be off the head of Kalina. Looks like Mtende is going to maybe get this. Back over. Let's see. As he boots along over to Yurga. Yurga's going to be a little too far back. It's going to be booted off by the goalie. 44 seconds remain. As we're dwindling down to about half of the game left. Or half of the minute remains here. Let's see what we can do. Looks like Kalina's going to go right back over. Getting a little close for comfort, Hank. Let's see what happens.
Tritons got to hang on. Hank O'Leary with the big boot. Send it away.
Back over to Prince. Prince is going to knock it back over to Benny. 10 seconds remain. Can we do it? Let's see.
Benny the Jet on the roam to goal.
And it's good. 4-2, and that's the game.
Take off.
Man, oh man.
Benny in the Jet.
That's right.
Iowa Central Airlines 4-2. Your final score, the Iowa Central Tritons come up on top. I told you, Link, I told you that the Tritons were the better team today. In the second half, it proved it right there. First half, NIACC had some really pretty goals, but I tell you what, Tritons are going to come out with this one victorious. They're going to move to 5-1. NIACC, that's North Iowa Area Community College, they're going to drop down 1-5. They have lost their groove, and they got to find themselves as a team if they want to compete later on in the season. What do you think, Link?
I totally agree. Kind of a bit of a sloppy start for them today, and they may have gotten 2 points, but it may be an unpopular opinion, but I don't think they really deserve those points. I mean,
wow.
Just that. Well, if you think about it, kind of the way they just happen to fall into the net. They're a strong team, but I think they have much room for improvement.
Sure. You know what? It's been a good time, been a good ride here. Tell you what, the Tritons played their hearts out on the 20th anniversary of 9/11. Great day to be here to broadcast Iowa Central soccer for you guys. 4-2 is going to be your final score, the Iowa Central Tritons. Go on top here at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. You got anything else for us, Lincoln Clay?
I do not, Hank. It's just been a great win for the Tritons, and I hope we can continue to see more wins in the future.
Tell you what, folks, I'm ready to keep broadcasting for you guys. I'd like to thank the teams for traveling today to Harlan Rogers Sports Complex. I'd like to thank our lead producer on the day, Miss Kia, our instructor here at Iowa Central. I'd like to thank Javi for his halftime report along with his camera work all throughout the movement. I'd like to thank my buddy, co-star, co-commentator Link Clay for joining me along the drive.
Anytime.
You've been listening to Hank Ambrose and Link Clay on the commentary for the day. For more Triton sport action, stick with us on the YouTube channel for Iowa Central Triton Nation.